my slide?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So this is the problem given. So write a program to copy the value of 55 into RAM memory location 40 to 41H, which means 40 and 41 memory location, you have to write some data, that is immediate data, 55H. So this 40, 41 is nothing but your internal RAM memory location. For that, we have to use two types of addressing mode to move this value into 40 and 40H. So what is direct addressing mode? So what type of instructions can be used under direct addressing mode? What is direct addressing mode?
The address is directly specified without
Okay,
using.
an address is directly specified in the instruction itself. Okay, so what is the first step?
We have to
So
store the.
how do you transfer that 55 into your internal memory location?
First transfer it to accumulator and then
First, you have to transfer that value into accumulator. Okay, that is the first step. Next step,
we have to load the value of accumulator into 40H memory.
yeah. Next, you have to load that value from accumulator into 40H. So first step, so direct addressing mode means you can directly use your address in the instruction. Okay, that is your 40 and 41. Okay, so these two are internal address. So that is specified in the problem. Okay, so first you have to move this immediate value into accumulator. Is that clear? Okay, only through accumulator only the data transfer can be possible. We can write the data into the corresponding memory location through accumulator only. So for that, we are moving that value into accumulator. And next, so this value should be loaded into this memory location. So directly you can use this memory address and your destination must be accumulator. So the accumulator now holds 55. So after execution, your 40 holds 55. That is your 55 data is written into internal memory location 40H. Okay. So what is the next instruction?
Move 41H comma A.
Same instruction, instead of 40 you have to give 41. So this is the solution for your first question, direct addressing mode. Okay, so indirect addressing mode,
Ma'am,
yeah,
is it move A, comma 55H or move A, comma hashtag 55?
no, hash, sorry, move a comma hash 55. Thank you for thank you. So how do you carry out next problem? Register indirect addressing mode. What is register indirect addressing mode?
You have to use pointers.
Using memory
We have to
pointer.
use pointers. But here the address is 8-bit address. So what pointers can be used to transfer the data from accumulator to your internal memory?
R0 and
R
R1.
not and R1.
Yes, very good. R0 and R1 can be used to hold this internal memory address. Okay. So what is the first instruction?
Move A comma
Move
hash.
A comma hash 55.
Once again. So move
A
A
hash
comma hash 55.
55.
Okay. And what is the second one we have to do? What is the next step? We have to load this memory into your pointers. So here you can use either R0 or R1. So move R0 comma hash 40. So according to this instruction, this 40 can be considered as an immediate value. Okay. Okay. After that, you have to configure this R0 as a pointer by using this instruction. So what is the purpose of this instruction? Whatever data available at accumulator, that is transferred into the address pointed by R0. Now your R0 is pointing which address? 40. At 40. So according to this instruction, this 40 is considered as an immediate value. After that, I am using at symbol. At symbol means the address pointed by R0. So your R0 is pointing 40H. So the accumulator value is now transferred into address pointed by R0. Okay, that is whose address is holded by R0. What is the next instruction? How do you transfer that value into 41H?
Move R0, comma, hash 41H.
Instead of that, you can increment R0. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
increment R0 and move at R0, comma E. Okay. So first move A, comma hash 55. Hash 40 is loaded into R0. Okay, after that, we are configuring that R0 as a pointer by incorporating at symbol. So the content of accumulator is moved into the internal RAM memory, points to which address? 40. And next, increment R0. So it's pointing 41. After that, incorporate move at R0, comma A. So this instruction is used to copy the content of accumulator into the internal RAM memory location, points to 41. Okay. So in this way, we can use different types of addressing mode for same problem statement. So any addressing mode can be used, but please remember the member of that is number of memory locations, that is your program memory size should be restricted, because your 8051 only accommodate 4 kilobytes of program code. Okay, so your memory size is restricted. So according to that, we have to choose our addressing modes. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay. So note down the answer. So using this, you can calculate the memory size also. Okay, this takes 2 bytes. Next one, 2. Totally, this code requires 6 bytes of memory location. Here, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So 6, 8. So indirect register addressing mode requires more addressable memory. So this code is the efficient code. So it requires less number of memory locations.
Ma'am,
Yes.
the last code takes only 1 byte of memory only. Remove at R0 command.
1 second, I will refer and tell. At R0, comma 1 byte only. Okay. Sometimes based on the frequency, it will differ. Okay. So this one take 1. So this 1. So how much? 6, 4, 6, 7 bytes. Shall we move on to the next problem? So this class, we will do some problems related to your data transfer instructions. Okay. So So according to the problem statement, you have to find out the stack and stack pointer content and also your registers after execution of all these instructions. Initially, your R6 is loaded with 25, R1 is loaded with 12, and R4 is loaded with F3. Okay, so the first instruction will be push 6, which means that, so this instruction is used to push the content of R6 into the stack pointer, the stack into the stack memory. Okay, and next R1 is pushed into the stack memory, and next R4 is pushed into the stack memory. So after execution, what is the content of your stack pointer and also stack? Okay, so this is the memory location. Initially, the stack pointer is pointing 07. So after execution of this one, what will be the content of your stack? Please find out. So can you understand the problem? So here push 6 is nothing but push R6. That is R6 content is pushed into your stack memory. So what is the operation during the execution of your push instruction? So what is the operation?
Write the
It's
information.
incremented.
Increment and write. Okay. So initially the stack pointer is pointing 07. So after execution of push 6 instruction, so your stack pointer is pointing which memory location?
08, ma'am.
0. What data can be pushed into the stack memory?
25
So after
H.
execution, what will be the content of 08?
25.
25 H. ma'am.
Yes,
25H.
Okay, after execution, your stack is incremented by 1 according to the instruction format. Okay, now it's pointing 08 during the execution of this instruction. Push 6, your R6 hold 25. So the objective of this instruction is to push the value of R6 into the stack memory. So now stack pointer is pointing this value. So 25 is pushed into 08. After push 6 instruction. So after push 1, what will be the content? Now your stack is pointing 08.
It will point to 09.
It's pointing 09. Okay.
12H is loaded in 09, ma'am.
Yes, 12H is loaded into 09. Exactly correct. So your R1 holds 12. The instruction given here is push R1. Okay. So here your R6 is loaded with 25, R1 is loaded with 12, and R4 is loaded with F3. So this 6 is nothing but your R6, 1 is nothing but R1, 4 is nothing but R4. Okay. So after push 4 instruction, what will happen?
Stack pointer will point to 0A and
It will point 0A. Okay. What will be the content of 0A?
0F3.
0F3.
Yes. So your stack is pointing 0A and F3 is written into 0A. So this is the solution for this problem. Please note it down. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
This operation is very important in your data transfer operations. Okay, data transfer instructions. One second. Please note down the answer for this. So next one is related to pop instruction. So first instruction given here is pop 3, next pop 5, pop 2. What is this 3 here? 3 is your R3, 5 is R5, 2 is R2, okay? So examine the stack, show the content of register and stack pointer after execution of the following instruction. All the value are in X, okay? So before execution, your stack is pointing 0B. So after execution of POP3, what will be the content of your stack memory? Please tell. So what is the operation to be carried out during the execution of POP?
Get the
I mean,
data
just
and then
first and decrements.
First, it will get the data and decrement your pointer, okay? So after POP3, okay, your stack is here pointing 0B. Sorry. Initially pointing 0B, okay? So it will decrement the value, okay, pointing 0B. So after execution, so what will be the content of R3? Can you understand?
when you first get the data,
Push it into stack. Okay, sorry. But popped into R3, no? Popped into R3. It's a pop operation. So first it will decrement, okay? Okay. So R3 means it holds 54. First it will get the data and decrement, okay? So this 54 is popped into R. Is that clear now?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. First, it will read the data from the top of the stack. Now it's pointing 0B. So 0B holds 54. That value is popped into R3, okay? So popped means just copying only for better understanding. So here, this field is nil, okay? This field is null here, but according to your instruction execution, just it will copy the value from memory to the register alone, okay? So now your stack is stack pointer holds 0A. So what is the, what will be the content of your R5 after execution of POP5?
F9.
9, ma'am.
So this
Yep,
F9 is popped into R5. And next, POP2. So this is popped into your R5. And POP2,
76.
76, ma'am.
popped into R5. Now your stack is pointing 0. So from the memory location 0B to 09 content are copied into R3, R5 and R2. So after execution, your R3 holds 54 and your R5 holds F9 and R2 holds 76. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So initially it's pointing 0B according to your instruction. The top of the stack is 0B. The content of your stack pointer is 54. So after execution of POP3, this 54 is popped into R3. So after execution, your R3 holds 54, okay? And it will decrement the pointer value and pointing 0B. So the content of 0A is F9. So that is popped into R5 according to the second instruction. Third instruction is POP2. Now your stack is pointing the 09. So this value is loaded into R2 and decrement and pointing this 08. After execution, your stack pointer is pointing 08 and your R3 holds 54, R5 holds F9 and R2 holds 76. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. In the previous problem, there was a statement which said default stack area, ma'am. What is the meaning of default stack?
Yeah. Assume default stack area means your default register bank selection. What is the default register bank selection?
R not.
R0. So that area should be considered for this problem.
Oh,
From
okay.
00 to that memory location. No.
Okay.
That is the default stack area. Please note down the answer for this one. So shall we move on to the next problem? Any doubts regarding your push and pop operations?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So in push operation, get the data and increment the pointer. Here, read the data and decrement pointer. Okay. So next, so do this problem. So read out the problem statement and find out the content of all your registers and stack memory. Initially, your stack is pointing 5F. R2 is loaded with 25, R1 is loaded with 12, and R4 is loaded with F3. Show the content of your stack memory locations. After execution of all the 3 push instructions. So what is the answer? So what is the answer after execution of push 2? So which memory location stores your register content?
61H.
60H or 61H? Initially it's pointing 5F, no?
60H.
60H, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, initially it's pointing for 5F, okay? So according to this case, we require 3 memory locations. So what are they? So 3 memory locations, it's pointing 5A, so we require 60, 61 and 62, okay? So these 3 are required. So it's pointing 5F. So after execution, what is the content of your R2? 25. This 25 is written into 60. Okay. Now your stack is pointing 60. Okay. So after execution of push 1 instruction, the content of R1 is 12, that is pushed into 61. So 12 is pushed into 61. Now your stack is pointing 61. Okay. After push 4 instruction, it is incremented and pointing 62, and F3 was written into 62 because the instruction given here is push 4, push R4. R4 content is F3. So after execution of this program, your 60 holds 25, 61 holds 12, and 62 holds F3, and stack is pointing this value, 62. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Students, do you have any doubts regarding this problem?
No, ma'am.
No,
Yes.
ma'am.
Oh, okay. Please note down the answer. Okay. So observe the content of register and stack pointer after execution of the following instructions. Initially, our stack is pointing 52, our accumulator is loaded with 4 and R0 is loaded with 0.5. After that, addition will be performed. Our accumulator holds answer, that is 5 plus 4, 9. So after execution of add instruction, your accumulator will hold 9. Okay. Four plus 5. Accumulator holds 0.9 after execution. So push E0 is nothing but push accumulator. This E0 is the internal address of accumulator. So accumulator can be represented by internal address while incorporating your push instruction. So this is nothing but push accumulator. So accumulator content should be pushed into the stack pointer. There is stack memory, and next push 0 is nothing but push R0. So first two is default stack area, and next PSW4 is set to 1. So the bank selection will be different based on your PSW 0.4 and 0.3. After that, you pop that value into 10. 10 is the internal RAM memory location, and pop your stack value into E0. That is your accumulator. So find out the answer. Initially, your stack pointer is pointing 52. So two instructions, push instructions are there. So we require two memory locations, 53 and 54. So push the accumulator content into 53 and next push the R0 content into 54. Okay. After that, pop the top of the stack into 10 internal RAM memory location and decrement your stack pointer, and that content should be transferred to accumulator. So initially it's pointing 52, okay. So the value is incremented and pointing 53, okay. So after addition, your accumulator holds 0.9. So that value is pushed into 53. Is that clear? Up to this push
Yes,
E0.
ma'am.
Okay. And what is that push 0? What is that push 0?
R0.
Not holds 0.5. So this, the value is incremented during the execution of push instruction and pointing 54. Now the 0.5, your R0 holds 0.5, that 0.5 is returned into 54. So after execution of these two push instruction, your 53 memory location has 0.9, that holds 0.9, and 54 holds 0.5. Is that clear? Till now, that is still push 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is set B PSW 0.4?
RS1 will become 1.
PSW 0.4 and PSW 0.3. So this will be 1 and this will be 0. So which bank will be selected?
Bank 2. Bank 2.
Bank 2. bank 2. So when bank 2 is selected, after execution of this particular instruction, we can access the bank 2 memory area. So that is the concept of your bank selection. After this point, you can make use of your bank 2 memory location. You can access the bank 2 memory location. So the starting address of your bank 2 is 10. Just look at this table, bank table. So bank 2 starting address 10, end address 17. Okay. So pop the content means what is the operation here?
Get the data and then
Get the data. So your stack is currently pointing which one?
54.
It's pointing 54. Okay. So this 54 is popped into bank 2 of your memory. That is the memory address 10. Is that clear? Bank 2 is nothing but 10 is nothing but R0 of your bank 2. And after execution of this one, again decrement this 54 and to 53, pointing 53, and this value is popped into accumulator. So after execution, the 10 memory location holds 05 and your accumulator holds 09. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your accumulator holds 09 and your R0 holds 05. So I will execute this code in our simulator and observe the results. Okay. So this is the code given. Initially your stack pointer is pointing 52, accumulator is loaded with 04 and R0 is loaded with 05, and add A comma R0. So the accumulator content is added with R0. After execution, your accumulator holds 09. So push instruction. So E0 is nothing but internal address of your accumulator that is pushed into the stack pointer. So during the execution, your stack pointer is pointing 53. So after execution, the 53 holds 09. So push 0 means the R0 is pushed into the stack pointer. So 54 holds this 05. And next, I'm going to select the bank 2 by incorporating PSW.4 is set to 1 and pop the content into the R0 of your bank 2 and accumulator. Okay, here I have included one more instruction, pop 11. Okay, and next pop E0. Let's execute this one. So please look at here, your stack pointer is now pointing 52. That is the top of the stack is 52, okay. Next, your accumulator holds 04 after execution of this instruction, okay. And next, your R0 is loaded with 05, okay. Next, I am going to add these two. So after execution of add instruction, your accumulator holds 09. And next, push instruction. So push instruction. So after execution, so check your internal memory. So what is the memory location during the execution of this one? It's pointing which memory location?
53.
Pointing 53. So check the 53 memory location. So this is your 50, 51, 52 and 53. So look at the small window, you can see 53 holds 09. Okay. So I will execute, next I will execute push 0. So 05 or R0 whole 05, that is pushed into the stack memory. So that is your 54. So this is 53 and this is 54. Now 54 holds 5. Okay. And next, one second. So next I will execute the set B, PSW.3. So you can see RS1 is set to 1 and RS0 is clear. So after execution of this instruction, your bank 2 will be selected. Okay. So next pop 10. So pop 10 means your memory location, that is your 53 holds 09, that is pushed in, popped into the accumulator 09. Is that clear? Okay. And next pop 11. That is R1 register. Okay. Pop 11 is nothing but R1 of bank 2. Okay. So this 09 is popped into your R1 register. Okay. And next pop E0. So what is the next memory location? Next memory location is 00. So that value is popped into accumulator. Is that clear? Is that clear? So whatever data available at 54, that is popped into R0. Okay. And next 53 popped into R1. Okay. And 52 holds 09. So that is popped into accumulator. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's all about your data transfer instruction. So these are the add instruction. Next instruction category is the arithmetic group instruction. Here we have add, subtract, multiplication, division. So already you are aware of this add instruction. So we have mainly two instruction, add and add with carry. So the function will be same for both add and add with carry, but only thing is add with carry means if previously if carry flag is set to 1, so that carry is propagated to the next addition. So that is the concept. Okay. So the instruction for add is add a comma hash data, add a comma R1. So 4 instructions are there. Already you were aware of this. A comma direct, a comma at RI. So first one is the immediate addressing mode, next one is the register, and we can specify the direct address here. So it's a direct addressing mode and this is the indirect addressing mode. So all the addition instruction require one mission cycle, and based on the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, so these flags are affected. So please look at this table. So this is very important. Add, these 3 flags will be affected. Add C, carry, overflow, auxiliary carry along with parity. Subtract also. Multiplication, only 2 flags, carry and overflow. Division, carry and overflow. Decimal adjust accumulator. So it's a unique instruction of your 8051. That is your hex value is adjusted into decimal. So only carry flag will be affected. Please note down. So this table is very important while executing your arithmetic instructions. So next one is add with carry, similar to your add instruction, but only the difference is If carry flag is set, so that value is added with your accumulator and data or register, direct address or data point. So add instructions, add the content of accumulator with the content of any register, any internal memory or data, and stores the sum in accumulator. So the destination is always the accumulator, and your source operand can be immediate data, register, name of the register, direct address or indirect address. So this is the example for add instruction. Suppose if you are performing 16-bit addition, okay, for that case, if any 8 during the addition, that is 8-bit addition, if any additional carry is generated, that carry should be added with your MSB addition. So that case we can use add with carry instruction. So first byte, when the first byte is added, E7 plus 8D, the result is 74, the carry is set to 1. So this carry is propagated to the higher byte, okay. So next addition, the addition is 1 plus your carry plus 3C plus 3. So first you have to use add instruction performing your LSB, okay, and performing your MSB addition, you have to use this add with carry. So that is the difference. First you perform LSB addition. After the addition, you have to incorporate add C instruction to perform the higher byte addition, okay. So take this example and write a program for this particular example. Please note down this. So write a program to add two 16-bit number. So after the addition, place the sum in R7 and R6. So you have to place your result in R6 and R7. R6 should have lower byte, R7 should have higher byte. So move your E7 into accumulator, 8D into B register, add A comma B. After the addition, store your result in R6. Okay. So your LSB addition is completed. Next, you get the data 3C and 3B and include, that is incorporate add C instruction by propagating your higher byte of carry into the 3C plus 3B and store your result in R7. So when adding two 16-bit operands, we need to be concerned with propagate of carry from LSB to, that is your lower byte to higher byte. So add C is used on such occasion, okay. So here you have to use add C. So any carry is generated during the previous addition, that carry should be incorporated in the current addition using this add C instruction. Is that clear? So write an assembly code for this example. So next class we will discuss the answer. So first, during the first addition, you have to clear your carry by using clear C instruction and move A comma hash E7 and add A comma hash 8D and store your result in R6. And next, move this 3C into accumulator and use add C instruction. So add C A comma hash 3B and store this answer in R7. So that's all about your add and add C instruction. So any doubts?
No.
Okay. So next class we will see about subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
1 second, ma'am. 1 second.